Some of this advice might shock you. Hello everyone, welcome to today's video where I'm going to be sharing some advice and some words of wisdom if you are a first-time mom who doesn't know what to expect and possibly already could be experiencing. So if you want to get some advice and have a leg up at this game called Motherhood, then go ahead and keep watching. So there's two categories that I have broken this down into. One is physical and one is mental, because trust me, both of them are very, very important. The first piece of advice that I can give is to take a lot of pictures and videos. You're only gonna have this cute little precious human being once in your life at this exact moment. They will never be this young again. So take advantage of being able to take pictures, videos, and even maybe possibly take them to like a ceramic shop and do little imprints of their hands and their footprints. I wish I would have done this with Elijah. I really do. But you know, I've got a lot of art already and a lot of pictures and videos of him, but still, it's something that I wish I would have done. The second thing is when they nap, you nap. Like, I'm not joking. There comes a point when a newborn starts going through sleep regressions where they will not want to sleep. So take advantage when they take a nap. If you can, take a nap as well. Take a nap, let yourself rest and regroup. I know that I had to do that. I had to take naps anytime that I possibly could because I was up most nights with Elijah because he would not want to sleep. He would fight it to the point where he would cry and cry and cry, which leads me to the third point, which also could make some people upset.
So I just am gonna hop in really quick. I wanted to just say and put a disclaimer out there. I am not a professional. This is just my honest thoughts and feelings on motherhood in general. So
number 3, let them cry. If they're not in immediate physical danger, then it's very important that you let them cry. If you're trying to put them down to sleep and they start crying, what I would do is I would take 5 minutes or set my phone for a 5-minute timer. In 5 minutes, if they're still crying, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna check on him and make sure he's actually okay. If he is and he's just fighting sleep, which like I said, Elijah did a lot, then I'll come back out and I'll maybe take 10 minutes this time. I'll set a 10-minute timer and I'll wait for 10 minutes. If they're crying still, I'll go in, I'll check them, I'll make sure they're okay. And then I'll do this one other time where I'll come out and I'll wait 15 minutes. If they're still crying, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna try to coddle them, try to make them, soothe them a little bit more, because at this point, they're so exhausted from crying that they might fall asleep in your arms where you can just put them to bed. It is so hard, and I remember my mom telling me, let him cry. Let Elijah cry if he needs to, cry it out. He will fall asleep, just let him cry. I used to do this when I was younger. My mom had to go to the doctor and was freaking out, telling him she just cries all the time, she can't sleep. And the doctor's like, okay, let her cry. Let her cry it out. Eventually she'll fall asleep and she's gonna be just fine, I promise. So that would be tip number 3. Being a new parent is especially hard if you have never done it before. It can also be very intimidating. So my 4th tip is gonna be ask for help. If you do not know what to do, you are completely lost, then ask your friends and family. If you don't have easy access to those people, then reach out to your doctor, to the pediatrician of your child, because they're gonna know what to do for your child. They are a pediatrician, that is their job. They know how to help little babies and new parents. Hey, Dr. Holmes. Elijah's doing this really weird thing where he just says no. Like he'll do something and I'll tell him no. And he goes, no, 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 no. Oh, awesome, yeah. Okay, he's at that age. Perfect. Awesome. Great. Thanks. The hospital that I went to was pretty good about this. They would talk me through it. If I had questions, I would call and they would answer. They would let me know what to do. I was definitely that mom that's like, oh my gosh, my baby's crying. What do I do? Like very basic things like that. It doesn't matter what it is. If you are concerned or you have any questions, reach out to your doctor, reach out to your family and friends. There's so many people around you and so many good sources of knowledge and information and wisdom around you that you have easy access to. So definitely go ahead, take advantage of that, because eventually you're gonna have it down so fast that you're not gonna even have to give them a call. So that's all I have for the physical side of things as of right now. We're gonna be moving on to the mental side of things. This is where things get a little bit sticky and a little bit more challenging. The first topic I want to talk about, gonna be getting a little bit more serious here, is mom guilt. Me, as a person in general, I feel pretty guilty about almost anything. So when mom guilt started happening after Elijah was born, I did not know what to do. I had quite literally mental breakdown after mental breakdown because I felt like I was not doing a good job. I felt like I could not live up to this expectation of a mother that Elijah needed. And that was the mom guilt talking. I was putting all my energy, all my effort, all my love into Elijah, and I still felt like I was not doing enough. Many moms will experience this where you feel like you are not giving your child enough. And if you are putting in the effort, if you are genuinely putting in your all, then you are doing what a good mother would do. So be a little bit more gentle with yourself. Understand that mom guilt is something that almost every mother experiences, and you're not alone. Mom guilt can be a very, very tricky thing to combat. My mom, to this day, I'm 27, and she still has mom guilt about certain things. So it might be a lifelong thing, but I feel like if we're coaching ourselves, if we're really teaching ourselves what we should actually believe, then maybe it won't be as tough. You're not alone. Do not forget that. You are not alone in this game. There are so many mothers in this world who experience this as well. The next thing is pouring back into yourself. This is so important. It is so important to still embrace your feminine energy, to still feel like a normal person. Like, yes, you're a mom and you've got all these added responsibilities and you've got all these other blessings that are coming in, but just by being a mom, there's something so rewarding about that. However, you still have to take care of yourself. If you're not taking care of yourself and giving yourself the time that you really need to regroup, reprocess, and be able to stand and be stable again, then your child's gonna see that. Your child's gonna be affected by that. If I am not feeling my best, I can't give my son the best. You're gonna have days where you don't feel your best and you just have to power through them, and that's inevitable with life. However, if we take a step back and we look at it and we're like, okay, I'm feeling this way, so I need to do A, B, and C to be in a better state, then that's what I need to do. Pouring back into yourself in general, not even as just a mother, but in general, is very important. That way you can build healthier relationship and show your child how to truly self-love and how to take care of themselves. Number 3 is quite touchy. I'm even like getting like stressed thinking about it. The hard reality of it is postpartum depression. It is a real thing and it is very hard.
So this part of the video, I did have my postpartum story. If you want to hear about that or see a video about that, let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, I just cut it out for time purposes. But if you do want to know about my whole story, then definitely let me know. But okay, we'll continue now.
I went to my doctor and I was like, hey, I think I may have postpartum depression. And he was like, we were kind of expecting this to happen. So we had already had these protocols in place. So we just upped my medication and got rid of one of the medications that I was taking. And that helped so much. So where I'm going with this story is, if you know your body, you know your body. If you already have depression or anxiety, don't put it in your head that you are going to have postpartum, but keep it kind of right there just in case, and really start to listen to your body. If you think that you could possibly be suffering with postpartum depression, definitely talk to your doctor about it and don't be scared to ask for help. The last tip is to practice patience with yourself. Becoming a new parent is very hard. You are not an expert at this. Like, until you've done it, and even after that, like, parents will just not be perfect. Like, that's how it is. People are people. All right, everyone, that is it for this video. I hope you liked this advice. If you did, definitely let me know by liking this video. As always, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified every time I post, and I will see you in the next one.